Good afternoon. Thank you very much for listening to our channel. Today we have a pleasure of interviewing Jennifer Rooney. Jennifer is been in the field of a dental hygiene for more than 20 years, and she has a lot of clinical experience. She was also clinical instructor of University of Minnesota and national sales manager for caries indicator system, and now she's a national sales manager for REM Master Sleep what make REMplenish bottle. And as you know, me being provider for dental sleep medicine for many years, I come to a lot of challenges with offering a different treatment to my patients, and it's not easy when patient wearing the CPAP, and a lot of people have that diagnosis and they don't want to put a CPAP into their routine. And same thing happened with oral appliance therapy. It's also not easy. And now, over the course of developing my knowledge, I advocate a lot myofunctional therapy, as many of you know by now. And I find the same problem. The biggest challenge for me with that treatment would be the routine. People would love to get better, but they have such a busy life that they find it so hard to do it 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes during the day, and 5 minutes at night. And I was always searching for that magic wand. What I can find to incorporate in the routine, what it does not break, I would always compare it with a suitcase, doesn't break the zipper, but doesn't make them even more busier than they are already. And I come across of this wonderful solution. Good afternoon, Jennifer.
Hi, thank you for having me join. I'm really excited to share this really new and innovative idea.
Oh, thank you very much for your time. And since I'm going to tell you a little history of my relationship with this REMplenish bottle I'm so passionate about, I learned about it from my myofunctional therapy mentor, Miss Sarah Hornsby. And I thought, oh my God, it's so amazing. I can just offer my patients sit and drink water, like doing multitasking, drink water, and in the same time the tongue gonna get exercise and they can sleep better at night. But I was always wondering, Jennifer, how this idea come to the inventor. I always want to know, how great ideas were born. Please share it with us.
Absolutely. So it was invented by a biomedical engineer, Anders Olmundson, and he was working on his master's degree in medical device innovation and looking for a health problem to solve, and started looking at sleep, and was astounded to learn that sleep disorders are undiagnosed and CPAP is not compliant for people. So that brought him to the idea of starting to look for a solution. And that solution, as he did a little bit more research, he came across the didgeridoo study. And I'm sure many of you are familiar with that study. And it basically shows that people, by playing this instrument, had an improvement in their apneic scores because they were strengthening the neck and the throat, just like our bottle does.
This is so wonderful how this great thing can be connected to the music, what I really love. And I heard about didgeridoo, and I recommend it to a lot of patients, but people were so challenged by the size of the instrument and where to get this instrument. So it was not a magic wand.
Yeah. And then he was watching his dog play with the peanut butter Kong. And the dog is just having fun, but it's really working its tongue to get that peanut butter out. And so he's like, there's something here. There's something going on with the oral environment that's improving apneic scores. And that led to the development of the patented nozzle.
I love this story. It's a music and the dogs. They're both, such a great things. Always, that's just so fascinating how great idea was born as a combination of music and love to animals. But of course, we can learn so much from nature. So please share with us how exactly this bottle works.
Sure. So it's a patented nozzle, looks like this, and there's a small slit on the end that controls the amount of flow that comes into the mouth. And if you were to use it like a traditional straw and suction with your teeth, you actually close that nozzle down. You prevent the water from coming in. Rather, you need to press your tongue up to your palate and pump your tongue to allow that water to come in. And each time you bring your tongue up to the spot and swallow that water, you're working not only your tongue, but also the back of the neck and the throat.
This is interesting. Can you please show it to us?
Sure, happily. So I'm going to turn to the side so you have a better view, and you'll want to watch what's happening in the neck and the throat area. I'm going to bring the nozzle up to my mouth. I'm going to use my lips near the bump out, and then I'm going to pump my tongue.
Wow, we can see how your muscles working, and it's so great for people for sleep apnea, but also people who don't like the second chin. I think it can be for the beauty industry as well.
Yes, I've seen an improvement in that area myself.
No, there is absolutely explanation because the hyoid bone is very low if your tongue is very low. But if your tongue get on the spot, then everything become tighten up.
Yes.
So there is absolute scientific evidence towards this bottle being a great thing. But please tell me how much you have to use that bottle during the day to be able to see the results at night.
Just 1 bottles a day, about 5 days a week. And then people will start to feel a change in about a month's time. But if someone has really poor oral posture, they'll probably see a change in 1 to 2 weeks. And then things will level off after about 6 months. And then it's just maintenance. It's continuing to use your bottle to keep those muscles strong.
Nice. You know, as a provider for adults, a lot of adults asking me about the kids because they don't want to pass the problems to the kids. Tell me, would it be recommended for kids? Do you have a product for kids?
I'm glad you asked because we are developing a product specifically for children. We hope to have that ready sometime here in 2022. But our current product is very applicable to anyone that's probably preteen, 10, 11, 12, and older.
Well, this is so exciting. Also, I know in my practice, I see a lot of adults with the sleep apnea, but also the another related condition, temporomandibular joint disorder. And I was not taught about it in dental school, not in my great residency, not in a lot of courses which I took specifically for TMJ. But now, how sleep medicine is developing now, I learned what the tongue position plays a significant role, not only in sleep apnea development, but also in temporomandibular joint problems. And I always make that comparison when I explain to my patients if they grind and clench what TMJ and a tongue, it's like 3-leg stool. And if you don't have a tongue on a spot, like one additional leg, the stool become really wobbly and all these things happen, and then you experience the headache and tension in the muscles and a lot of things. Can you please tell us if this bottle can help people who have that problem?
Absolutely, I can, because I was one of those people. So I wore a rigid flight splint for 25 years, wouldn't go to bed without it. And when I learned about the importance of tongue posture, which I had poor tongue posture before starting to use this bottle, I removed my splint from my mouth. It allowed my tongue to get up to my palate, and it's continuing to be strengthened. And now, without sleeping without that splint, I have no problems with grinding, because when my tongue is in my palate, I'm not able to grind my teeth.
This is amazing story, and like such a simple thing as a bottle. A lot of holidays coming up. I hope this bottle can be on a holiday list, because you've been so generous of providing us a special, coupon, which you can find on the bottom of the post, and people can, give the bottle. Bottle always needed. We always need to be replenished with the water. And it can be a great gift for Rosh Hashanah or for Christmas. But, as you being in the dental industry for so many years, and you've seen a lot of interesting story, can you please share in the end of our interview what would be your approach, something really concise and important towards the sleep health and general health? I'm sure being a dental hygienist, you learn a lot.
I would say in order for anyone to incorporate something new, you have to just keep it simple. And that's what the bottle is designed to do. You're just drinking your water and you're getting exercise at the same time.
Oh, thank you very much. We really appreciate your time, Jennifer, and I learned a lot myself, and I hope our audience as well. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.